I am Jana Bosonko, and this is QTV News coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue. Thanks for joining us, and we do hope our viewers are enjoying the New Year public holiday. And now here are the main news headlines. The First Lady of the Gambia, Madam Fatoumata Barbaro, and her FAP Foundation on Saturday distributed support items to the New Year-born babies at the Edward Francis Moore Teaching Hospital. A family in Brikama has been left devastated after a fire outbreak ravaged their home. We meet a 20-year-old Bakwe returnee, Yaya Kebe, who is determined to change the narrative of youth opportunities by venturing into shoemaking. And in sports, the Karate Association have won a gold medal at the recently concluded West African Karate Championship held in Dakar, Senegal. Also, youths of Brikama Dairo Hairu held their annual sports day on New Year's Day to promote unity in community through sports. Those were the main headlines, and now the news in detail. Do stay with us. This is QTV News, and I am Jana Bosonko, wishing you all a prosperous 2022. Now, the First Lady of the Gambia, Madam Fatoumata Barbaro, and her FAP Foundation on Saturday distributed support items to the New Year-born babies at the Edward Francis Moore Teaching Hospital. Babu Kersi attended the event, and he files in this report.
The donated items is for 10 hospitals across the country, all meant for the first, second, and third babies born on New Year. The first babies each received a baby hamper and $25,000. The second babies a baby hamper and $15,000, and third babies a baby hamper and $10,000. At a short ceremony held at the Francis Small Teaching Hospital in Banjul, the CEO of the hospital, Professor Usman Nyan, thanked the First Lady and her foundation for the consistency and support he continues to give to the women in general and the hospital in particular.
This New Year presence with us has become traditional, and we all look forward to it every year. And we pray that current year 2022, our best wishes and our prayers for a year of peace, of progress, and a year in which these young ones will forever remember in their lives as productive citizens of this country and the world. I am particularly delighted that really the mothers in particular are acutely aware of the interest and the gifts, the biggest gift being that you are here at their side on a New Year's Day like this. So we thank you for coming. We are very much happy that you have come to us.
The CEO of the foundation, Madam Betty Sen, says the First Lady's wish is to support every baby born on New Year at every hospital across the country.
When this noble lady came into office as the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, Madam Fatoumata Barbaro, she thought it was necessary to give the second babies. As the years go by, she also thought it was necessary to give the third babies. As we speak, she has the will, she has the aim, and she has the wish to give every baby that is born at each hospital every year. It is a wish, and we pray the Almighty make that wish come true for us as a foundation and for her as the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia. That every baby that is born on the 1st of January in each hospital would be given a package to take home. We want them to feel special, to feel that I was born in the year 2022 or 2023. This is our wish as a foundation.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmadu Lamin Samate, also thanked the First Lady for her interest and support to good health service delivery.
Since coming into office, we have all known you to be a true friend of this hospital. You've come in and out of this hospital numerous times to support, to visit people. Well, even before you became First Lady, I knew you were coming in here to support the people.
The Fatimata Barbaro Foundation has supported New Year born babies and their mothers since 2017, and this year decided to extend the support to the third born babies with the support of partners who continue to recognize the foundation's good work. Babu Karsi, QTV News.
Thumbs up to the Fatimata Barbaro Foundation. Now, a family has been left devastated after a fire outbreak ravaged their home. The fire ripped through the Tarawale family's house in Birkama, Medina, damaging all their household goods. Our reporter Momodu Gajaga visited them and he fastened this report.
This is what remains of this 3-bedroom mud house. Fire ravaged the building on Thursday evening, damaging the roofing and household goods such as beds, clothes and food. The cause of the fire isn't known, but a suspected fault with the solar wiring system is believed to be the cause. Musufati was one of the first to arrive at the scene. She explains what she saw. I was just stretching my legs outside the compound when my daughter ran to tell me there was a fire in the house. I quickly rushed to the house after seeing the smoke, and my neighbors rushed to try to put out the fire. But before they could do anything, the blaze increased. Everything in the house got burned. I am desperately appealing for help because we've lost everything. The Trawale family say they struggle to make ends meet. They have now lost their shelter and food. Now that the place they call their house remains a burnt-out cell, and with their roofing also destroyed, they are now calling for support. Here is Madi Trawale, the head of the family. Everything got burnt by the fire. I've even taken my children to their grandmother, and I and my wife sleep at my neighbor's house. I am looking for support. Fire outbreaks are very common in the Gambia. We are at a time of the year when, due to the Hamatan, it gets very windy, adding to the problems of controlling fires. Fire outbreaks are dangerous as they can cause death and injury and destroy property. Momodu Gajaga, QTV News.
Very unfortunate news there. Now, a skilled craft such as shoemaking is not very common among Gambian youths. However, a 23-year-old Bakwerituni Yaya Kebe is determined to change that narrative. QTV's Ansumana Isunyasi visited his shop on Monday and he takes us through Yaya's incredible journey.
At 23 years old, he owns a shop where he designs and sells handmade quality beautiful shoes, handbags and hand fans of various sizes. He is also training 3 boys, all aged 15, in the skill of the craft and is the sole breadwinner of his family. A perfect, or at least better life for a young man of his age in a nation where youth unemployment remains a major problem, one may be tempted to think. However, Yaya's incredibly inspirational story, from being unemployed and seeking greener pastures elsewhere to owning a shop and running his own business, began in late 2015. Aged only 15 years, he embarked on the perilous irregular migration journey to Europe. With no cash on him and no one to help, Yaya says he was left stranded in Mauritania and having to endure what he describes as the worst experience of his life. With no support or hope of making it to Europe, he decided to return home. I managed to come up to Senegal thanks to a Gambian driver who gave me a lift. Upon arrival in Senegal, I was stranded there and had nowhere to go. I couldn't come home to Gambia because I had no money, but thank God, a family relative saw me and took me to his house. After a few days in Senegal, he was advised by his relative to acquire skills that could give him meaningful employment. Because I have always loved the art of making and designing shoes, I told him this is what I want to do, and he took me to one of his friends who taught me how to make shoes. All these shoes on display at his shop are handmade, and he tells me that he can make many of the shoes imported into the country with his bare hands. All he needs is leathers, cow or goat skin, multicolored garments and glue. I urge my fellow youths to believe in themselves, acquire skills and work hard. When I initially started, it was very tough because I had very little support. Meanwhile, with sufficient material support, he wants to expand his business and is open to training young people in how to make beautiful, quality handmade shoes. Anspanes Onyasi for QTV News.
Amazing. Now, from that story by Ansumana Esonyasi on that credible journey, we will now go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we have some more stories for you. Do stay tuned.
Looking for the fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, QMoney and RIA just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from RIA directly into your QMoney account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any QMoney agent across the country to receive your payment for free, or use the money immediately to buy credit, QPower, and other QMoney services. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sinu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV News, and I'm Jenna Posonko. Now, with its rich and diverse range of cultures, it is no surprise that Gambians celebrate the arrival of New Year in different ways. One of the most popular celebrations on New Year's Day, when thousands travel to the capital city to watch different masquerade parades locally called hunting. Our reporter Babakar C has been finding out how the 2022 hunting competition fared. This is his report.
Different masquerades, different hunting societies paraded the streets of Banjul on New Year's Day in what is normally a competition between societies ranging from Odile, Ekumbaba, Ibile, and Gunshot to name a few. Fans and spectators watch and argue over which society came out with the best hunting head. These celebrations are well attended by Gambians from within and outside the country. Due to a ban on such parades in Sierra Leone, where hunting societies are very much part of the culture, some Sierra Leoneans came to observe Banjul's hunting festivities. Parkol is a Gambian residing in the United Kingdom, and he shares his impressions of this year's hunting parade.
This is a very, very big competition, and firstly I must say that it's very fair, very open, and very challenging. But you can see that I'm a big Ekubaba fan, so therefore Ekubaba is at the top. But having said that, hunting has come a long way. Before it used to be rivalry, but now we're just friends and we play together, which is great.
One person spotted in this year's event is the Minister of Defense, Sheikh Omar Faye, who was excited to witness yet another masquerade parade as a citizen of the capital. What the boys are doing right now, we have been through it. During our childhood, we used to pass these streets with our friends on special occasions like this. I was born and brought up here. I am part of this. The government found us here, and governments go and come, but we will forever stay with our society and people. So we show much respect to this tradition. We just want to reiterate on what the president always says: let's respect each other and work hard for the betterment of the country. Another person who attended the event for the first time in more than 15 years is Ida Buzz. Ida was happy to see her childhood hunting society, Odile, and express her feelings of coming back home to witness the hunting parade.
To be quite honest, I'm very excited. A very nice experience because it's been a while. I've not experienced such in Gambia. I wish I brought all my children, but I'm happy. I'm with all my siblings, thank God. And I've seen all my cousins, my brothers, and everybody, so I'm just enjoying myself. Gambia has been so amazing, a beautiful experience. As I said, the last time I actually see hunting, I was about 15, and I'm 37 now. So at the time it was my uncle's generation. I think it was called Adile or something. I cannot remember all of them, but I remember the uniform. So I just approached and I just pointed to my sisters. But I think the best one will be Adile again.
The showmanship between these big hunting societies goes back several decades. These groups come to the streets of Banjul every year to battle for the title of best animal heads or masks and costumes. Aside from the battle, people are drawn to other masquerades and the festive atmosphere with fireworks, musical performances, entertainment and more. Babukar C, QTV News.
From that story by Babukar C on New Year's Day hunting competitions, we will now take a look at what is happening in the world of sports. Now, the Gambia Karate Association has won a gold medal at the recently concluded West African Karate competition held in Dakar, Senegal. Yet, they still face many challenges. More in this report by Babukar C.
This is the 15th edition of the West African Karate Championship, known as Zapata. 14 combatants from the Gambia Karate Association attended the event in Senegal in December 2021. The competition was tough and challenging, but the Gambian combatants have a reason to celebrate. The Secretary General of the Association, Ibrahim Sane, breaks the good news.
We actually got what we went there for. We actually got a trophy and also a gold medal. And the one who actually took the gold medal is our team captain, the national team captain, and his name is Basiru Trawale. Yes, this is what we got from the competition, and alhamdulillah, we were satisfied with some certificates as well. And we thank also the QCell and then the QTV staff and all the executive members for making the journey a success.
Mr. Sane also explains the importance and benefits of doing karate.
Karate is healthy and it teaches you discipline, it makes you humble, and it makes you confident about yourself. And when you learn karate, you're not doing it for your own self, you're doing it for the general public. You know, you're doing it for the whole Gambia. Most of the time when you talk about karate, and they will be like, why are you training karate for? Or what are you training karate for? But little do they know, karate, it's actually not to go fight with people. Number one thing about karate is to defend yourself. Now the second thing is to defend that society, the general public, to make sure peace and stability remains.
Despite their wonderful achievements during this competition, the Secretary General says more needs to be done to encourage them and promote karate in the country. He delves into some of the challenges they face at home and when they travel to take part in competitions.
Usually when we go there for the competitions, the place that we usually sleep, it's not actually comfortable for the combatants because we actually have places that are actually not quite good enough. Transportation, food stuffs, and also where to stay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, money is the main problem. And also, one of the among the challenges that we usually go through is we lack training tools. The gloves that we're gonna wear, the mouth guard, even a punching bag, we're supposed to have that too as a martial artist. Also, we would love to have support or help from the Gambians, especially from the Ministry of Sport. Because whenever we go to represent the Gambia. And we go in the name of the Gambia, not as individuals. When we go there, they will be saying Gambia.
Abdullah Seka, a member, is grateful to the few sponsors and pleads for more support for the association as another competition is due this weekend.
QCell
has really supported us, and we are so grateful about that. We have more challenges ahead. There's a big competition in Kaulak on the 7th and 8th of January, and we are intending to go. We need support so that we can go there and win medals.
On the 8th January, I'm no competition
Anyone willing to help the Gambia Karate Association can contact QTV on 333-3245 or via email at news@qtv.gm. Babukar Sise, QTV News.
Babukar Sise there instead of Babukar C, as mentioned earlier, on the Gambia Karate Association winning a gold medal. Now, youths of Birkama Daru Hairu held their annual sports day on New Year's Day to promote unity in community through sports. Our reporter Mumudu Gajaga was there and he fastened this report.
The sporting activities included cycling, a road race, running and musical chairs, amongst others. In the cycling race, Abdoulaye Dabo, a footballer, scooped first position after failing in previous years. He reached the finish line first in an 8-kilometer race from Tubakuta to SSP football field in Brikama.
Some days I don't have a good bicycle. This time around, I said I'm going to make it. From there, I started to find a good bicycle. That was a racing bicycle.
In the road race, Mohamed Koli emerged the winner, covering the 5 kilometers from Mandinaba to Brikama. After the race, QTV caught up with Mohamed, who credited his stamina and endurance as the reasons for winning the race. There was no shortage of activities, as track events such as 100 meters and 200 meters for boys and girls were held. A lot of effort was put into the event with a great ambience created with singing and dancing by these young girls dressed in their national colors. Musical chairs brought so much fun with several rounds of competitions, in which one participant drops out when the music stops. In the final round, Tida Keita emerged the winner in a very close contest. Dembo Jobate is the chairman of the Daru Kankiling Association, organizers of the event. He says their aim is to strengthen unity amongst the people in the community. Mumudu Gajaga, QTV News.
From that story by Mamudu Gajaga, now let's take a look at our main headlines. The First Lady of the Gambia, Madam Fatoumata Barbaro, and her FAB Foundation on Saturday distributed support items to the New Year-born babies at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital. A family in Brikama have been left devastated after a fire outbreak ravaged their home. We met a 20-year-old Bakwe returnee, Yaya Kebe, who is determined to change the narrative about opportunities for youths by venturing into shoemaking. And in sports news, the Gambia Karate Association have won a gold medal at a recently concluded West African karate competition held in Dakar, Senegal. And the youths of Birkama Dairo Hairu held their annual sports day on New Year's Day to promote unity in community through sports. Well, that is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Join us at 10 for another bulletin. Thanks for watching.